Man, Austino, what's good, my brother?
I'm doing good.
How you doing, man?
I was on call this weekend, but I only had like one call, so it was like a half day. Did you ever have that in high school in Atlanta? Half days? Like half days on Thursdays?
No. We didn't have them like on Thursday. We had like, it had like a designated day. But they said, like, on the schedule, where if it was like on the school calendar, it was like one of them days.
Oh, once a week we had half days.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Hell no, we didn't have that luxury. Well, we back with the third episode of the Ron and Austino's podcast. Y'all already know what time it is.
Learning from our mistakes too.
Yeah, we figuring all this out. So, bear with me.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for greatness.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk with y'all.
Episode 24 is gonna be very special.
Oh yeah, we shooting for 24. 24 is our magic number, so
and we're gonna pay homage to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, when we get to 24, like we gonna be on it. Trust us. It's a learning curve, but we gonna be on it.
So it might be in Miami.
Expect to see us every single week, every single Wednesday. Expect to see us.
We might film it in Miami, Tampa. We don't know yet, but 24 is going to be special.
24 Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bean. So we're going to have a good one for y'all today. We're going to get a little personal. We also want we're going to talk about some entertainment going on that's been going on with some music, with a music artist and a now podcaster.
Your favorite, Mr. Joe Budden.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Joe. We're gonna talk about Joe and 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's going on with Joe and 50? Man? I'll let you start it since you brought it to me. I'll let you start it, man.
See, there's different types of petty, right? There's a Jay-Z petty and there's 50 Cent petty.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with 50 Cent, he doesn't react unless it's warranted. So if he felt like someone disrespected him, saying like, hey, you need to go see a therapist, and as a man, you can say, hey, mind your own business. Don't worry about me.
Anybody knows. You say anything about 50, hell, we might get I might get a shot thrown at me if I say something crazy about 50 Cent.
Oh, I would love it.
I would love it too.
I would take it.
But boy, if I get a shot thrown at me because I said something about 50, man, 50, you my guy. I've been rocking with you since 03. So if I do say something crazy, I don't think so. But if I do say something crazy, man, hey, it is what it is. I'll take it. Yeah. But yeah, man, everybody knows you can't say nothing about 50. Please don't say nothing about 50. Pay this man back his money.
Yeah.
You always got to pay him back his money because it don't matter what it is, how small it is. He's going to take it and build a mountain out of it. And he's going to be on you until he's tired, until he's done, or until you're completely gone.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely done some. He's definitely done some daggers, like with Young Buck recording him crying.
For real.
With the taxes.
Dog,
and then he said...
back in the day, he had a video out asking for her money back in the day. Yeah, we know, like you said, to Young Buck had that man on the phone crying, recording his phone combos that they privately have. But obviously...
I feel like he's just... At the end of the day, he's a very passionate person, and if you do put somebody on, I feel like you should have a little bit of loyalty.
Oh, yeah.
Or not even a little bit, a lot.
Yeah, man.
Especially if someone puts you in a financial position better than when you guys met. So
yeah, especially with the big Meech situation, Big Meech, Little Meech situation.
Yeah, he didn't have to put him on after prison.
Sure enough. He didn't have to do the story.
He didn't have to put his son in acting school.
He did a whole story about my man's Big Meech's life.
Yeah.
And he put his whole son, his biological non-acting son at the time to play.
I think what pissed 50 Cent off when he took the picture with Rick Ross, and then
that
was it. Yeah.
If I was 50, I'd be pissed off too. I'm like, bro, whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Like, no, like I don't care if he comes to you and asks you, ask you for a picture or not, bro? No.
But the rap,
this is going to get out there.
The rap politics is kind of confusing, right? Because you see 50 Cent was for Trump, and then Eminem was, for Harris, and he was like, fuck Trump and this and that. But it's kind of crazy, like how people can be cool with each other, but there's some people that I have problems with, and if you associate with them, I can't do anything. You're gonna get cut off. So I don't know, like it's kind of weird how like that dynamic is in the music industry. Like this person's cool with this person, but they're not cool or anything like that. That's what
I mean. I don't think that's just a music
or life
thing.
Yeah,
that could be a real life
yeah
thing. If I strongly dislike somebody, now if you was cool with them before, then I can't obviously I can't do nothing about that. You was cool with them before I became uncool. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna tell you to pick and choose, but I'm gonna just be like, all right, I know you ain't got no dog in fight, so you ain't pick nobody. Something go crazy.
Unless it messes with your morals.
Yeah. But like back to 50, like, and Big Meech, Little Meech, and all that other stuff. Big Meech, you can't take that picture. Sorry.
No.
Period. You just can't take that. He put your whole family on. He told your whole story from jail. He
was there when he got out. Exactly. Right when he got out.
Exactly. To take that picture, knowing that man had beef with that man for years, still going through it, and 50 don't hold nothing down. That's why y'all in the situation y'all in right now. Ain't no season. What season? 50 said, what season 2?
And they were supposed to have a concert too together. They were supposed to go on tour.
Who was supposed to go on tour?
The Big Meech concert.
Oh, word.
And 50 Cent, and then he called it all off.
He called everything. I know he called. I didn't know about that part. Yeah, 50 don't play.
Yeah.
You can't do that because that's just a code of the streets, man. You can't.
How do you feel as like an owner? Like you have to be super conscious of your kingdom, and you have to protect your kingdom. And I see where 50 Cent is coming from, where, all right, you're going to disrespect the kingdom and you're going to mess up the money. You got to go. You got to get cut off. And then sometimes people can say, oh, he's being a little too extreme. But those people aren't going to, if 50 Cent falls off, they're not going to put money in his pocket or start a GoFundMe. Yeah. So like if he makes these business risks and he feels like he got to the dance on his ambition and him being relentless, and then in some people's eyes, he's being petty. But I mean, some people just cross the line habitually, and then you got to cut them off. They're messing up the money.
Tiptoes over
the
Like, see how far I can go.
Yeah.
It's like giving a brother a rope, and they think they're a cowboy,
So he has to protect his production company. And he's got the production company in Shreveport. Yeah, Shreveport.
And that he just opened up.
Yeah, putting a small town on, which I love. And people forget about the country towns in United States. I've never really lived in the country. I've always lived in big cities, but people forget about, these little country towns where they don't have much opportunity. Like I've even found beauty going to my friend from Virginia, going to a horse race in Charleston, West Virginia, and some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. It was like I felt like $1 million going to that Chili's in West Virginia. Then people were opening the door. Hey, where are you from? Like, yeah, that's where Jason Williams and Randy Moss are from. They're from, yeah. So there's a lot of like history. Steve Harvey's from West Virginia. Steve Harvey's from West Virginia. But people
found that out. I had no idea.
Well, I listen to a lot of Steve Harvey.
Wait. He say he's from Cleveland.
No, he's from West Virginia. He's always said Cleveland. Yeah, but he's really from West Virginia.
See that Steve ain't gonna. I don't know how you know that.
Yeah,
your inside scoop is.
Well, I will listen to like snippets of motivational speeches, and Steve Harvey. I've heard him, and being from West Virginia, and then like, why not try? Like basically, his message is why not? Like why not? So That's what you got to ask yourself. Why not? Like, why are we just in the rat race, just trying to survive? Why not try to want better for yourself? And that's what I'm saying. Like 50 Cent's sensitive with his business because, dude, he came from nothing. You know, he should be dead right now. Yeah, he came back. He got shot in the face. Yeah, he got shot right here in the jaw. Like, imagine if he went there and then got shot right through the throat. There's so many things so close. And yeah.
9 times you're not supposed to come back. God had
And
so with that being said, you got like if he tight-nipped about, if he he knows it can happen.
It's warranted. It's warranted. And you know, he's got to protect his kingdom. So
any man should.
But
any man should.
I mean, I like his mentality. I like 50 Cent. And I feel like we should, not to say we should be like being a gangster or like in the corporate world, like go and tell your boss to go F off or anything like that, like be professional, but having the mentality, like I guess like the Kobe Bryant mentality, the Mamba, like, you know, you got to bring that dog out of you and you got to have that ambition. And there's nothing wrong with being ambitious. The only person that's going to hate on someone that's being passionate and ambitious is somebody that's not doing anything with their life. Yeah, just staying stagnant. Yeah.
They don't gotta carry no
yeah.
And you know they backseat coaching and
yeah.
You should do if I was this and that and all this other stuff. Well, if you was, well, put yourself in my position. You know
exactly.
Go ahead. If you say you would do this, well, go ahead and do it. Put yourself in my position. Jump. You know, whatever it may be. Whether it's jumping in front of a camera doing, trying to do a podcast. Whether it's going to build whether you're trying to be backseat coaching on a sports game or something like that. Put yourself in that position.
Exactly.
And see if you really would.
Exactly.
Do that, what you're talking about.
And we get love, even though we have 3 episodes, we got love from people that really do this thing in the podcast game. But like, yo, keep it up. And then people from, you know, when I lived in Charlotte, in Virginia, Houston, and people don't see the behind the scenes, the DMs or like saying like 99% of the people wouldn't even do what you guys do. And I know we got the, you know, Blair Witch production, but at least we're out here. At least we held ourselves accountable. At least I told my friend that I'm going to film 24 episodes and we're going to see where things go.
That's the whole goal, man. You know, like you said, Faustino, we just got to, you got to put yourself out there. You know, you got to just do it.
How can you hate on an underdog? Exactly. How can you hate on an underdog that wants to change his life? Like, unless you have like the devil.
Somebody else's life.
Yeah.
Or you don't know what we talking about. I was speaking to with a couple of my friends, homies in the group chat. A couple of my homies in the group chat after the first pod dropped, and he was giving me some feedback. And he was just telling me about like when I was telling about my story about the co-parenting issue or the co-parenting situation that I'm in, and he was just like, "Yo, Ron, man, you make me really not want to have to do no co-parenting stuff. Yo, I gotta work, make sure mine's tight." Things like that right there is, I'd love to hear that. Even though that's the homie, but
he watched that podcast and got inspired. Oh, damn.
Boy, Trey, man.
Hey,
shout out to Trey. But yeah, he was just like,
that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when I hear them say that, like, all right, so y'all,
it's motivation,
and it's cool. Y'all really like listening.
You know, it's a different type of motivation because I love money at the end of the day. I love money, but I'm not always motivated by money. Yeah. So there's morals and then inspiring people. That's priceless that you can't even put money on. Yeah. That's a priceless situation that you can't pay to inspire somebody. Maybe you can like, oh, here's $200, but if you really like inspired your philosophy on somebody, that's a miracle right there.
I was just about to say, bro, you can't pay somebody to do something they don't want to do.
Exactly.
You can't pay somebody to do something they don't want to do. That's why I quit my job. Well, I ain't quit. I got fired, but I was getting ready to.
Yeah.
So so with that being said, that my mindset has already changed 2 years before again.
I mean, you were 1 foot out. Yeah.
That's why when I got fired, I went back.
And it's not like it's not like you left the Yankees. it's not like you left like some franchise team. Like, that company is going down, and it's still going down like the Titanic.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, man, you can't pay somebody to do something they don't want. That's why when I got fired, I went back. I didn't argue. I ain't, oh man, I need my job, please.
No.
I was just like,
he actually called me. You were like in good spirits. Yeah. Right. He was like, Austin, I was one of the first ones you called, or was I the first one? Yeah, and then you said, I'm happy.
I had told Nia earlier that morning. I got the call in the morning. It was about like 9 something, maybe 9:30, and I got the call that morning, and I was like, babe, I don't like this. This is a little bit awkward, but just be prepared. I'm letting you know something might happen today. Because I had that feeling. Yeah. You know that feeling. So I get there and they tell me, oh yeah, Ron, first thing that comes out their mouth. Oh yeah, Ron, it seems like you haven't been focused lately. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're right, I haven't been focused. I've been focusing on getting ready to find a school for barbering, what my next 5 years is going to be, what my social media name was going to be, my social media handle was going to be. I was not thinking nothing about y'all no more because I was tired of what was going on with y'all.
And that manager was a doofus. So,
yeah,
Kelly Daffer.
So when they, yeah.
If you want to see him, he's at Frank Gay. He's a doofus. So he's a doofus trying to pretend to be a manager.
Yeah, exactly. So
can't even manage his weight. So looking like a walrus. Like a fake ass Ed Reed.
Yeah, but nah, man. So when they let me go that day, I was like, all right, I'll be back. I'll bring the truck back. I'll clean that truck out real good. Told my wife, I was like, yeah, baby, let me go. She's like, all right, so what's the next step? Time to go to school. I bought that truck back so quick, nice and pristine, looking good. Didn't even care.
Yeah.
Bought all the what pieces of uniforms I had back. Didn't even care. I was like, all right, y'all. Thank you for the opportunity. I even gave them that.
Oh, I didn't go out like that.
Yeah.
I went out like a.
But I said appreciate y'all and like thank you for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for letting me go. That was my.
Oh, okay.
I was like, appreciate y'all for letting me go. Now I'm free, and I said I can breathe.
Even after you left, they were even shocked that I was still like staying in contact with you, and I said I was in a good place, and they were all shocked. They were like, "Oh, he's cutting hair," and I was like, "Yeah, that's his passion." I was like, "That's what he wants to do." Yeah. I was like, "He's got the MGI Bill. He's taking advantage of it." Yeah. But the way they treated you as a veteran, it's just, I mean, karma. Exactly. At the end of the day, that place had karma, and
the juju was flowing through.
Yeah. Oh man.
Place. And I got out at the perfect time.
Oh yeah.
They let me go at the perfect time.
I hung in there a little longer than I was supposed to, but.
Nah, but everything worked out perfect for you too.
Yeah.
Now look at where you at, and look at where some of the managers at over. The place that we got fired from and let go from. Some of us are doing it in a much better position than they are.
It's just crazy. Like, I don't want to talk too much about that hell or whatever it is, but how many times like that company contradict themselves and the lies and the manipulation and how the culture at that company was to basically get as much as money as possible out of the customer instead of really like genuinely helping people out and doing some Robin Hood stuff. Like if I ever own a plumbing company and if I see someone that doesn't have it like that, I have no problem doing some free work. But I'm not going to sit here and do it all the time. But if I really feel like somebody has a good heart and I see like the past due like envelopes, I'm going to help them out because I know I'm going to get that money back. And I have done stuff like that. And, my mom said this, you can't buy class. So the owner of Ace, Charlie, has no class. He's got 50 million, over 50 million. He's got rental properties in Massachusetts. But hey, Charlie had his channel and we did 125 views. He's got 14 views on his channel. He has every resource to make it pop. And everybody that like I cross paths with him like as far as Kissimmee has talked bad about this dude. His son doesn't even like him. And Chucky got caught up in some wet and the property.
And you know, things like that. That's what happens. You know, it's all karma.
Yeah, so karma's bad, but you know, not to say like I wish bad upon these dudes, but I don't really care for them. I don't really care for him. I don't feel sorry for him. You know, one of the managers, he threatened his wife drunk, and then they started some fake ass like GoFundMe at Kiki. I didn't put any money in there because I'm not gonna sit here and take care of somebody that you know that's irresponsible. Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't put money in that envelope. And you know,
I never did.
Yeah.
After I started realizing,
manipulating and then talking bad.
After I started realizing, started seeing like people around, I started realizing who was real.
I mean, how many times?
I started noticing you was one of the real ones. I personally thought one of our people that you wasn't crazy for. He was being real for me, real with me, Charles.
Oh,
but you know,
my nemesis.
Yeah, you know, but he was
the 52-year-old man I have problems with.
He was being real with me, and I felt you know, generosity there. But you know, I could be wrong too, you know. But anyway, you know.
Well, you see the good in people.
Yeah, and that's what
you do see the good in people. That's what I saw, you know, and I guess we do have that yin and yang like dynamic. So, but you know, we can mutually, you know, I can strongly feel about something, but I still have respect for you, and I can tell you my side of the story, and you can see it from my side of the story. Yeah. You
still my guy. I'm still gonna ride with you.
But you know, like the management, I mean, they were preaching this gym stuff. These dudes were in the gym for 3 years. I was 250 when I came to that company. And I've been in the gym, and then they want to talk about me like, oh, how'd Austin lose all this weight like this? Because I applied myself. I wasn't drinking the liquor bottle like John. And you know, congratulations for being the first pregnant man in Florida. You know, keep having that stomach looking like Santa Claus. And you know, he just fake. And then crying after he gets fired on Facebook. Like we're supposed to start another GoFundMe account. Yeah, crying. Yeah, karma. Yeah. So karma, bro. You know, he kicked me to the curb and just left me hanging, bro. And then had the audacity to say bad things about me, bro. So like all of them, bro. Chucky, Kelly, John, all of them, bro. Like if they ever see me in person, walk away if you know what's good for you. And I'm not gonna hit you, but I am gonna give you a piece of my mind and tell you, you know how I get. You know how I get.
Like I would love to see Kelly, and I would for sure love to see John. Like, yeah.
I would love to pull up on Charlie at the Harley Davidson dealership.
Charlie, I might ask
you. Yeah. On a 7-year-old man.
For that shit, you know what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one, I ain't.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
that right there.
He's got a bad reputation.
That right there.
He's a clown. He's a straight up clown. Yeah. You got that George Carl beef. Can you mind George Carl beef? Oh yeah. I mean, he's a habitual, you know. Yeah. Oh man, I checked him before I left, and he knows what time it is. He knows like when I went off, Kelly Daffer, when I went off on his ass. Chucky ran. Chucky, you know, he doesn't like hearing like loud noises. Yeah, he's not confrontational at all, you know. But so I mean, I don't really have too much problems with Chucky, but you know, Charlie, his dad, he's just guilty by association, straight trash. And Charlie Dupree, man, you could go to hell for all I care.
See, that's where all this stems back into. You really want to work for somebody that don't value you. You know,
no.
Are you really, how long can you sit there and work for somebody that has no value for you except seeing you as somebody that can make you some monetary gains?
Yeah, exactly.
That can you provide for their pockets and they cut you off. He give you 15%, give you 20% of what you just earned.
Yeah. Price gouging people. People.
Exactly. So it's like that's why I'm preaching this to my kids. I'm preaching this to myself even. My space right here is my space. I can control this.
Yeah.
This is me. My station right here. So when I'm cutting your hair, this is my prices. So if you choose to pick my prices, that's what you choose to pay. You're choosing to do what I have learned to do. Give you my professionalism, give you my expertise, because you come to me looking for some type of haircut. You know, so what I'm doing is I'm providing the expertise. I'm providing an atmosphere in my area, my cubicle, my spot right here that'll get you comfortable. You know, I'm going to talk with you, and I do take things that I've learned from Ace and apply it here. But at the end of the day, you're not price gouging. What you see up on the board is what you're going to get.
And I'm not.
If you don't want it, then you don't have to do it.
Basically, I mean, how that dude operated is just like Donald Trump, just capitalizing on people and using them until you don't need them anymore, and just kicking them to the curb. So
that's why we have to preach ownership. Do your own thing. You have to get your own. You know, you have to be your own boss.
Yeah.
So guess what? You don't have to worry about none of those people that we just named being able to use and abuse you and kick you out when you ain't got nothing left in the tank to give them.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing left in the tank to give them, and when you're burnt out, when you're just exhausted, they call you up. Or when you're exhausted, they can't call you and tell you, "Oh, well, we don't need your services."
Yeah.
I can't fire myself.
Shit. Ron's cursing.
Like, I can't fire myself.
Yeah.
Guess what? If I don't make $1 that day, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, all right, Ron,
I'm plotting.
We didn't do a good job yesterday. So what we gonna do today?
Go back to the drawing board.
Exactly. We're gonna figure it back out, and we're gonna go ahead and implement them rules that we didn't do yesterday to go ahead and get this money today.
Yeah.
And go figure it out today. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna fire myself. I can't fire myself. This is me, my business, my station, right here. So I ain't gonna fire myself. I ain't gonna let myself go, because I can do this anyway. But right here, this is the station. This is how we doing this. So with that being said, excuse me. But yeah, so with that being said, nah, man, I'm just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, and ain't nobody ever going like I told you on the first podcast, or either the first time we ever filmed anything. When I got fired, that was the best thing for me, because I told myself
that's going to be the throwback episode. I remember that was like the 20-minute. That was the first time we filmed, that lady came, and I remember.
I said I will never let somebody tell me whether I could make them $1 or not, and that's what I'm sticking to from this day on forth. Well, from the day I got fired on forth.
It does sound cliche, like money. that individual, Charlie, has all the money in the world, but he's a miserable fuck. He's a miserable bastard, and he's fake, and karma's gonna come for that dude, and that's it. That's how I feel about the situation.
Yeah, karma's real. Karma bites everybody. It comes back for him.
And you know, with the John and Chucky thing, you know, these dudes were in the gym for 4 years. I did not, dude. I will. There's nothing physical that these dudes can do that, as far as athletic, like there's nothing. They got worse. They got worse. They got doughier. They just kept preaching health and there. But like, what?
Okay, so I got a question. It seems to be getting ready to get to where we're going. So when do you feel it's the right time to completely cut somebody off?
When someone's throwing you off your game, if they're like what I call a dream crusher. So if they're not looking out for the best for you, or they're talking about you through mutual friends, or just negative energy, and they're and you're locked in on your goals, but then they trying to throw you off, saying little slick stuff, or saying like, oh, he's not who he says he is, oh, he's oh, he's a hothead. But at the end of the day, bro, like the people, like, it hasn't been peaches and cream. Like, getting along with people in Florida with the plumbing industry, like, I've had problems with people, but at the end of the day, like, what can you really hate on me about? That I show up every day, that I put those hours in, that I produce, I'm a revenue producer. Like, what can you really hate on me about? I'm professional. You can Google review me in the state of Florida. Like, I change people's lives, bro. I've been invited to Christmas parties. Like, who's gonna invite a random plumber to your fucking Christmas party? That takes skills, bro. Like, I'm not saying I'm the most like mechanically, there's definitely plumbers in the state of Florida better. But this gift of gab thing, I do this thing. I do this. I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I was selling tomatoes at 8 years old in my neighborhood, and my mom was always preaching like making money. Like, so, like, I come from a different cloth, and these dudes aren't built like me. So when they do try to call me and test my character, yes, I am going to be passionate. And you could say I'm being sensitive, but I'm really just going eye for an eye. So I'm not going to let any man disrespect me.
As you shouldn't. As you shouldn't. You should never, especially as a grown man. Yeah, I mean, you got your situation. I got my situations. Hell, I even had a situation with my pops not too long ago. Me and him. Well, no. This is long ago actually, but he had said something that was a little disrespectful to my kids, like about my kids, and it literally made me and him not speak for literally maybe about 7 or 8 years, about 7 years. We didn't speak the whole 7 years. We might have tried to get in touch. He tried to get in touch with me one time, and I tried to get in touch with him one time before too. But during that time, we didn't get nowhere. And during the other time that he tried to talk to me, we didn't get nowhere neither. And I told him, because we recently just started talking back. So that's why I asked, when is it cool to completely let somebody go? Because I actually thought I did let somebody. I thought I had let him go. I thought he was going to be done. I thought I was going to be done with him.
Like, take it to the grave?
Yeah, I thought I was going to probably take it to the grave. If, at one point I had Nia ask me, so if your father had passed, and I told him this too. And then she had asked me, so if your father had passed, how would you feel? And I honestly didn't have an answer. And I told him that too. I said, I honestly didn't have an answer. I don't know what I would feel. I didn't think I would feel anything, but I don't know, because he's still here. And we did make up. But it took up until November of last year for us to even get to that point, because
Was it in person or was it over the phone?
He called me over the phone while I was working here and said one day, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And he was saying that he wanted to stop by the shop, and he was around the corner. But mind you, at this point, maybe a year prior, Nia had made me realize something that I never thought about, that was very pivotal into getting our relationship back on track, because it was not there, and I was not going to allow it to be there if it wasn't for her making me realize something that I didn't see. So what she made me realize that my pops was on prescription medication during the incident where he had disrespected my mother and my kids when I was in that house. And me and him was literally about to come blows. He knows this too. So me and him was literally about to out because I saw red. When my kids is involved, you disrespect my kids and you disrespect my mother at the same time. But you really disrespecting my kids. No, there's my kids is one. Obviously, my wife now. You disrespect her. That's two, and my mother. That's three. I'm a grown ass man. You can talk about me all you want to. I don't care. I'm big enough to. I'm big enough. As long as you don't call me out my name, I'm cool. You can talk about me. You call me fat out of the way. Well, I don't give a damn. I ain't fat no more. You know, I look good. I look pretty decent, I think.
I'm a little different in
I
that.
got some new spectacles. You know, brother out here is rocking some new shades.
He's spending some money.
Yeah.
On the swagoo.
A little bit.
On the swagoo.
A little bit. Trying.
There you go.
But yeah, you can talk about me all you want to. I don't even care. But don't you come for my kids. Don't you come for my wife. Don't you come for my mother. Them three, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You're going to get the wrath of me.
Yeah.
You're going to get a person that you've never seen or thought you have ever seen from me. But like I said, me and my father was literally about to go to blows. And I didn't care who he was because I just saw red. And anybody that knows me, they know this story and they know how deep rooted it was. But I also say that too now because our beef was so deep. It had got to one of them points because I'm asking you when it's the time to cut these people off.
What was his side of the story? Did he take accountability for his actions, or he was like, hey, son, I was on the prescription, I was wilding out? Did he ever take accountability?
So when he was here, when he did get here and we taught, when I was cutting his hair, I gave him a jacked up haircut too.
Did he pay full price?
Yeah, I made him pay full price.
No, I'm just asking.
Shoot. At this point, I ain't talked to you in 6-7 years, bro. Yeah. You paying me full price. This ain't no son, what's up, son? Nah.
Got you next Friday.
Nah. So he sat in the chair, gave him a haircut, and then at the end of that, we had to get to the meat and potatoes. He was talking about, vegetables and stuff. I'm like, nah, we got to get to meat and potatoes. So that's when we started. We sat down on the bench and we started talking. And I told him, I told him exactly what he said. Because my father is older, so maybe he didn't remember clearly, but I remember verbatim.
Yeah.
I won't say what he said, but I do remember verbatim what he said and what it did to me and how I felt. So I told him that, and he sort of started to remember a little bit, but I also told him
was he saying you were being too sensitive about the situation, or is that what
it wasn't the fact that he was saying that I was too sensitive about it, because you can't.
Like, what is his side of the story for justifying what he did?
His side of the story was saying he didn't know and understand. So it wasn't until later on, a couple of years into our beef or whatever, maybe like, because I think he's been off. I think he said he's been off the meds now for like 2 years or something like that. So it wasn't until around that time that he started to realize, take accountability for it. And then when he came here, he told me that he was off of the medication and that he talked. And so he didn't quite remember everything around that time. But it wasn't until I told him, I was like, listen, like I said, Nia is the whole reason why we're here talking right now. Because I wouldn't have this conversation with you because of how you act like you don't remember. You don't remember what you said, what you did, how it was, everything.
So how are you guys now? Like, are you guys going to dinners, or?
I mean, we're cool.
Like he comes over to the house?
I mean, I haven't spoke to him probably about maybe a couple weeks now.
Yeah?
Yeah, but the last time we spoke and seen him, he met my son. He met the baby.
He's met Nia?
Yeah, he met Nia too.
He said we probably gave Nia thank you.
Yeah, I think he gave her a hug. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
he probably got a little emotional because he was like, he realized like the only reason that he's even here is because of your wife,
Yo,
which is beautiful.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's why.
At the end of the day, bro, like I'm a hopeless romantic, and I don't care what anybody says. Like people used to make fun of me, like, "Yo, why you always cuddling in the club, Boston?" And I just like, what's wrong with being in love? Exactly. Yeah, like who wants to chill with a bunch of dudes all day? Yeah, it's beautiful.
That you can know that has
yeah,
and that can speak life into you differently.
Exactly.
And make you see the world differently.
It's beautiful.
So like I said, without Nia, me and my father ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing no more.
She's a good one.
But it wasn't until she made me think differently about the whole situation that we have what we have even to this day. Because like I said, I'm done with him if it wasn't for her. And that's why yo, when you find you a good one, you gotta figure it out, man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta
Well, I gotta take accountability too, because one thing, you know the difference between a honeymoon phase and then when you first you guys going at it like rabbits. Yeah. But the one thing that I if I had to psychoanalyze myself is next relationship I'm always gonna try to keep it fresh. Like whether it's like a beach trip or a nice dinner, but not like an everyday thing, but just,
Mm-hmm.
I like you, girl. I love you. But maybe some rose petals and some candles and some nice stuff. Yeah.
Sporadic.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it every Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Every Wednesday I'm supposed to expect something.
Yeah.
So like, do it sporadically. When you do something sporadically like that, then yeah, it's randomness. So me and Nia, she knows this about me. She knows like every whatchamacallit, like Valentine's Day, birthday, Mother's Day, she's gonna get a handwritten poem from me.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Whether it's like on in social media or something like that, but she knows she looks forward to my poems and stuff.
Look at you. Damn, you're way more romantic. Damn, I gotta take some notes from this guy.
I'm pretty nice.
Look at you.
Especially when I write.
You're gonna be my ghostwriter.
Hey, listen,
matter of fact, remember when we were at the company, we got to tell this funny story, and you were setting up my
oh snap,
what was it,
one of them social medias.
No, what was that dating site called? eHarmony.
It was eHarmony?
Yeah, it was eHarmony. No, because I did the research. I was like, what's the best dating website? And it said eHarmony. Yeah, and and then that girl, like the cop from Miami, yeah, and you were like, "Yo, Austin, do it." And I was like, "Yo, I'm scared." yeah. And then she was like, "Yeah, video me." So you definitely won with words on the pen and paper.
Listen, I'm words.
Yeah.
On the pen and paper, I can write this out. Boy,
I'm more of the "How's your day?" Yeah, but I'm a better talker than a writer.
And see, I mean, I'm saying I'm pretty good at talking.
Yeah,
I can do my thing.
Yeah,
I don't sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, or in a group setting, if we're talking about something, I can hold my own. But when it comes down to that writing, boy,
yeah,
I love to write.
You're good, bro.
Ain't no rapper.
You're good.
But
you got it.
So that was always something I could do good at. I think that's just part of my artistic genes, bro.
Yeah.
Whether it's writing or cutting hair or drawing, it's all artistic and it's all therapy for me. Every single one of that is part of therapy for me.
I think one of my gifts is I always feel like I deal with a lot of different personalities, rich, poor, in between, confrontational people. But I really truly believe like one of my true gifts, and I'm not trying to sound like egotistical, but like I always want people to feel like they can be themselves around me. Do you ever feel like Like you feel like I always want, like it's a judge free zone. Like if you're my dog, you're my friend, you're my home girl, like you, I will not judge you. And people confess the most personal things to me, and I'm just like, I'm flattered that people even feel comfortable even sharing that type of information with me. Like this customer I had Thursday told me, "Hey Austin, I got to tell you something personal. I'm going through a separation right now." And I said, "Ma'am, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm not gonna like price is that you're good people, and you know the company does give me discretion on what I can charge." And basically, I didn't go for the grand slam estimate, and I just did. I took care of the issue, and I said, I just basically gave you the word of encouragement. I said things are gonna get better. She's in the gym. She's doing her thing, and she's strong, bro. She got two twin 15-year-old sons, and she and you know she's going through a separation, but good spirits. And you know she was having it because I was doing the SOAR camera inspection, and I said there's a chance that you know you got structural issues. And then she was like, Austin, I was having anxiety, I was going to the gym, I was swimming, I was like there, but I was happy that it was the Cinderella story, and all I had to do is jet it and forget it, like hydrojet and sort the lines, basically power wash the drain lines and make them like brand new again. So, and she has a father that is sick in the hospital too. So it was there's definitely motivation that you can find from people as far as like underdogs.
That's so dope to be able to say that and be able to help. Because, like you said, I'm the same way. Like when it comes down to people trusting me, I always say like I'm the like I'm somebody else's therapist.
Yeah.
I'm always somebody's therapist, and I don't like because I'm a no judge. I'm a no judge zone neither.
Yeah.
Like,
judge free zone.
Like you ain't getting no judgment from me. Because like I got my own.
If anything, if anything, you and I are trying to help people figure their problems out.
Yeah, that's part of the reason. Hell, and part of the reason why, because you know I done did my own dirt and I done did my own thing, shit, my own mess ups and stuff like that. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to. Why not tell people? That's why I talk to people in my chair every day, especially the young people, man.
And it makes you feel good inside when you really help somebody. When someone really like truly vents to you, and really you could see it in their face, in their body language, because 70% of human language is body language. So you could judge, like we don't even have to speak the same language, but if someone can feel comfortable and just let all that negativity out of them, that's one blessing. And I'm a true believer in karma, good karma, bad karma, and karma is a beautiful thing. And you know,
I know my karma is gonna be fine when I get older. I got like when I leave this earth, man. I got even clients in this chair like this, sit down in this chair. I got this one young client, man, named Jordan. Just started in the Marines. Good kid, young kid. He came and sat in my chair one day, and it was probably one of my first times. I cut him out maybe 5 or 6 times, man. Every single time he come back like maybe once a month, once every couple of months. Next time I probably see him is in July. But he's in the Marines and he's doing going to basic training and stuff like that. I'm not
Paris sure. Island.
I can't remember.
No, I know where it is.
Oh, okay,
it's Paris Island.
All right, yeah. So yeah, he's doing that.
It's in South Carolina, I think.
He just be telling me, and I'll be telling him my stories about what I went through in the military. Those different branches, but you know, everything correlates to its own extent. And I just tell him about the stories that I went through when I was in the military and when I was in the Air Force and stuff like that. And I try to teach him, give him my knowledge along with the tutelage from his people that he went through. And I just tell him my personal story. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go out there, have fun. You're young, don't get tied down. Just have your fun.
Yeah. And don't make a mistake that could change the rest of your life. Like getting drunk and getting a manslaughter charge, and then you have to do 6 years in prison and like that, because nothing good happens. Like my dad says, nothing good happens after 12.
Sure enough.
So make sure you're not riding around with somebody that's drunk or Yeah, especially there's no excuse for driving around drunk nowadays. With the Uber, the taxis, there's like no, that's a stupid charge.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, man, I told him like, yo, every time I ask him, I'm like, yo, you ain't got nobody pregnant, right?
yeah,
He's like, nah. I'm such an advocate for that, man. I was a 20 year old that got the wrong one pregnant.
yeah.
And I tell my little cousins, I tell my little cousins, I tell anybody that's young, especially young, with no kids, don't do it. Don't go out there, have your fun.
But
Now,
if you
what
do
I
it,
mean
but
by
you also
fun-
got to preach like if you do it, take
Oh
responsibility.
yeah, and that's what I
Yeah,
always tell them
don't.
too. If
Yeah,
it happens, man up, man
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Don't be that sucker. Don't be that sucker that be like, oh man, go here, take this plan. No, motherfucker. I mean, no. I mean,
Yeah.
not saying. Don't be the sucker that handing her a couple $100 to tell her.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that nowadays anyway, or certain places you can't really get abortions and whatnot. So, but anyway,
Yeah, that's another topic.
yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another part.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be that dude. Be like, yo, take this couple $100.
Yeah.
Abortion, man. No, man.
Try to see the good in it.
You knew what to do not to get her pregnant. So what you gonna do? Balls in your court. Man up now. You knew what you had to do. You knew what you had to do not to get her pregnant. So what you gonna do? Step up, man up. If not, don't get her pregnant. Use a fucking condom. Use a condom. Strap up. Brothers, I hate brothers that sit there and tell, oh, it don't feel good. Yeah, you know what? 18 years of a headache ain't gonna feel good neither.
Use the
18
lambskin.
years of somebody going through your pocket, digging through your pocket ain't gonna feel good neither.
Use the lambskin.
I don't give a damn what it is. I don't care what you put on. Put something on.
Yeah.
Because 18 years of somebody nagging in your ear for 18 years and 18 years of her acting all crazy in your ear, that shit don't feel good neither.
Yeah.
I'd rather 18 seconds of not feeling good than 18 years.
At the end of the day, who suffers is the kid.
Exactly.
Now, and they're innocent in the situation.
And you and the mother is beefing, and y'all ain't got no comment. Y'all can't even talk.
Yeah.
And y'all got a child up in here that's getting raised in broken up homes because the parents can't figure this out. Or you got one parent that's acting up and don't want to let the other parent figure it out. So it's like that's why I preach to these young kids, man. I tell them my story and I let them know. Strap up. Protect yourself. Protect her too. Because y'all don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what she got. You don't know what you. I mean, if you got something like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, strap up. Everyone, strap up.
Protect yourself.
Protect yourselves.
But if you do, if you get someone pregnant, just step up to the plate. That's the message.
Because the woman has to take the baby home. You gotta man up.
Even if you guys get along, you still gotta. You gotta help. You gotta figure it out.
That's what I did. I told my baby mother January 1st, 2011. I was done with her ass. She called me back a couple weeks. And said she was pregnant. Guess what the hell I did? Yeah, I did. I sat there and I brought her out and I made things work. Yeah, I was done with her. And that was after a year of dating her. I was done. I was like, oh no. I'm not dealing with this. No, it was a little bit more than a year. Probably like a year and a half. I was done with it. I was like, I'm getting ready to go to the military. My mindset is done. So, you go over there, I'm gonna go over here. And with that being said, you have a blessed rest of your life. I'm gonna have a blessed rest of my life. Nope. I messed around.
With them Air Force girls?
No, not Air Force girls, but
California
back at home, Georgia girls.
Oh, Georgia.
One particular Georgia girl.
Them peaches.
Thought I got her pregnant.
Got another one?
No. No, man. With my baby.
Okay.
Got her pregnant and yeah. And messed around, and I did what I had to do because I told myself I was not going to be absent from my child's life. So I sucked it up, and yes, I'm 13 years into this headache. This headache hurts. this headache is massive.
But you could say it brought the best out of you, boss. Because man,
it did,
I mean,
it toughened me.
I mean, your credit is
you have to work.
Yeah, you stay in your budgets. You have your homeowner. You were able to change a career. You were able to adapt, and I feel like that's why I felt like in my 20s I was wild because there was a situation that's a very complicated situation that happened to me at 23. But yeah, she got pregnant, and that so basically she had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would have grounded me because I was just wilding out in Virginia, just going to the clubs, gambling, just living for the moment, not just had no direction whatsoever. So that's why.
Yeah, no, them kids will do that to you.
Yeah.
They will for sure ground the hell out of you. And for sure have you thinking outside the box, like, damn, how do I do this to be able to support, take care, and be a better person?
But do you think like people nowadays want to have it the conventional, or you think people are having kids unconventional? Like I'm talking about the marriage thing and getting married, or because basically with my situation, it's gonna be unconventional. Like, maybe we do the shotgun wedding in Vegas, or we just have like a common interest. We go to the courthouse, or we just have a kid and we Bonnie and Clyde. But with my situation, trying to not necessarily like just close that door, I have to be realistic in my situation that it has to be an unconventional route that I am asking or I'm trying to manifest.
I mean, I don't think for you necessarily it has to be unconventional because you're still young now. Would you probably find somebody? Because I would expect you would probably try. I mean, if you was put, let's say you put yourself in the market tomorrow, like what's the youngest are you going to expect to date?
Be 25.
Okay.
And even 25 is young.
Definitely young.
Maybe more like 28, but even from 25 to 45, like it doesn't even have to. And I always told myself if I was at 39 if I didn't have any kids at 39, like I'd be, if I was a good financial position, I'd be all for adopting a kid that comes from nothing. Maybe doing my Brad Pitt and Angela Jolie thing and adopt the kids from the world, because I know there's a lot of people.
You're a blessing.
Yeah, I know there's people overseas that I could help, and I do feel bad. I have family overseas that are struggling, and that's some stuff that I am really passionate about, and I really want to, instead of all this GoFundMe stuff, I really want to be out there. I really want to be out there in those third world countries helping people. Not to say I'm trying to be a missionary, but I really I don't want any credit or take pictures. I just want to take care of some people overseas, and that's one of the things on my bucket list that I really want to take care of.
I mean, you done had that mindset. That's super dope. Because a lot of people, like you said,
just keep it in America.
They're not really thinking about adopting a lot of children, especially other people's children. I always thought before I met Nia, I always thought like,
you're gonna be a stepdad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've accepted that too as well.
I had that accepted in my head before I met Nia. I was like, all right, she's gonna have her kid, maybe two, and if she had two, then more than likely I ain't gotta have no more. That's four between us.
Yeah.
If she had one, all right, then maybe I'll have one more. She got two technically, and I got three. So it'll be four. But wait a minute, no, 5. Wait a minute, yeah, no. Never mind. I just brain farted like,
Yeah.
no, I ain't even trying to do that, man. Whatever. But yeah, no. So how that I always said, oh yeah, I was saying, yeah, I had accepted before Nia that
You might be a stepdad.
I was gonna be a stepdad.
You're not my dad. Those type of conversations.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I love kids, man. You
Yeah, kids.
I love kids.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm better with older people than kids. Like,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That
Like, old people really have like a special place in my heart, and it's sad when I'm plumbing and I see these kids not taking care of their parents, or they haven't been there, or they got dementia and they're just kind of basically just waiting for them to die, and then I make their day, and that makes me feel like I won the lottery, dog. Like it gives me motivation, and I can really like truly like when I have a connection with the customer and the older person, it'd be like, man, Austin, you really made my day. That makes me feel good inside, bro.
I remember I was at, I don't know if I told you, but I was at one customer's house. I remember I was at one customer's house back when I was coming to, but at the company, and I remember
The sinking Titanic.
Yeah, I remember going to a call. This is one lady's house, and I go through. She had everything. Yeah, I forget what it was. I think it was like a clogged toilet or something like that. And I realized that it was a lot more than a clogged toilet. So I pulled the toilet and I think I had to pull the toilet and it's naked. But she had no. They're all right. They're blending in. I did not pull this toilet, but she had issues going on. I think this was like a water leak or something like that. And I found where it was, and I had to get this. I spent about maybe 3.5 hours at this call because I tried to do everything in my power because this lady, she could not get the credit to get this done, to get anything done. She called her daughter. Daughter was like, nah, I ain't gonna let you do this with me. My credit ain't that good anyway. You ain't gonna mess it up anymore. She called, I think, her son, and I think she called somebody else too. No one, no one, no one let her. And I just sat there with this lady. She started crying to me. I even cried for her. I even shed tears with her. That was part of the reason why I started shifting my mindset into something different, into this, because that wasn't the first time I seen a crying lady, like a woman crying, telling me how hard they can't do it. They really can't do it. They had bills coming up. What were they trying to like? They had bills coming up. Oh my God, the bills is coming. I got this due on the 17th and all this other stuff. I remember those days. That's why I was like, nah, man, I gotta shift, go somewhere else.
And that's if I, when I do become a plumbing owner or something in that regards, I would like to hook people up like that, and I don't want any money.
Exactly.
I don't want any money.
I still got people to this day that still call me up asking me about plumbing stuff because I did hook them up. While I was in the Ace uniform, I was hooking them up. I don't give a damn. I was hooking them up.
Charlie, Dupree.
No more talking that name.
But
no. Like hooking them up because, man, you gotta take care of people.
Yeah.
You take care of people, they'll take care of you. That's how
it makes you feel good at the end of the day. It makes you feel good inside.
The world is in a better place when everybody takes care of each other. Point blank period. I take care of you, you take care of me. Guess what? That's two people taking care of each other that got each other's back.
And I know if I do something out of character where I'm like, Ron, I'm at the bar drunk, and I know you'd be like, what the hell are you doing, Austin?
Oh, hell
Yeah, like that would even throw you off, and like, or like anything outside of. I know you're gonna check me.
Oh, I would cut your ass.
Yeah, like what are you doing? 38 years old at the bar, drunk? Like,
I'm telling you, you already know, and I'd expect vice versa if I did some stupid shit. If I did some stupid shit, or
if I saw you eating KFC every day, I'd be like, you're on.
yeah,
Come on, dog.
yeah, I would expect you to do the same exact thing.
What are you doing? KFC's not even as good as it used to be.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm more churches.
Churches? Where the hell is the churches at?
Texas. Because I used to grow up in Killeen.
Like, ain't no
yeah,
churches in Orlando.
Yeah, there is.
Where?
For sure, bro. Yeah,
ain't like I
Orange Blossom, but yeah, it's out here. It's out here.
I guess.
The churches is my little favorite.
Churches.
Popeyes too. But KFC is just maybe the thing with KFC, the leftovers don't like after if you it don't taste good after it, like once you put it in the refrigerator, it doesn't taste that. Yeah.
It's like slimy and shit.
Yeah. But it used to be way better. Like when we were kids in the 90s, in the early 2000s, KFC used to rock.
What happened?
That's when corporations take over and they cut orders and they have to get the right profit margins and they exactly.
We got this one breast right here. This breast right here costs, I don't know, 50 cents. So we need to sell it for
exactly
$2.52 plus tax, whatever. But hey, man.
Great conversation today, boss. I almost got a little.
We got
I was throwing little dishes out there in the plumbing world. I don't mind being the 50 Cent of the plumbing world.
I like it.
These dudes want to talk about me. I mean, this is our platform, so they got my phone number. I'm not hard to find, and there's people that know me that know these people. So, whenever they want to get a fair one, like Fight Club, we can sign the waivers and get it.
Boy, ain't none of them old ass folks trying to get.
No, but one of them has tried to test me like that. Like, yeah.
Man, them old.
Well, I'm just saying, if they don't like what I say and they want to see me in the physical form, it's like that. So, we can put money on it. We can tape it. And we can really go at it. Fight Club 2 in Orlando style.
Now I'm going to have a private. You talking about 38, you talking about fighting and shit.
But it's my passion at the end of the day. And if someone's going to talk about my character, I'm going to address it at the end of the day. Yeah, so.
Third episode. We out.
Oh, 3. That was a good one.